All right. What's up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to Nightcap with Scone, a show that was born out of quarantine when wasn't nobody doing nothing. So we figured, you know what, on a Whiskey Wednesday, let's have a pour. Let's all hang out together, talk about whatever it is y'all want to talk about for as long as you want to talk about it, and we will rock and roll, man. So, really busy day. Yes, I will point out that as we start this show, LSU basketball is playing at Kentucky. There's 14 minutes and 28 seconds to play in the ball game. Tigers trail by 2, 40-38. But this is not a companion show. This is Nightcap with Scone. We do this every Wednesday and have for years now, regardless of what LSU sporting event is taking place. So, let me know what you got in your glass. Baseball Tigers, they lose to Louisiana Tech. Is that going final? Let me check to see if that's going final. I'm pretty sure that's probably going final. Baseball Tigers really struggle. Finish. 2 point blank shots, bro. Anyway. Go ahead and share this out there. Can't get no offensive foul there. Boy, I usually love them a charge call. Anyway, so not going so great for the Tigers right now. Once led by 10, they now trail by 5. Just really tough place to win, obviously, there in Rupp, and you got to have so many things go your way, and it's not going LSU's way. So, anyway, LSU baseball went up to Ruston tonight, played Louisiana Tech. Didn't go so great for the Tigers. 11-6. Tech got up big early, got up 5-0. Tigers responded with 3 to pull within 5-3. I'm sorry. They got to within 5-4. And then really rocky bottom of the 6th, where Tech put up a 4 spot. 3 errors, some walks by LSU, and kind of fell apart. So anyway, let me know what you got in your glass. I'm going to drink some Weller 107. The Weller Antique. So tonight, the reason we're late tonight is I had a remote at Torchy's Tacos. So Torchy's, if you're not familiar, gourmet taco brand, everything's scratch made. We discovered Torchy's when we were in Houston. So there was a Torchy's in Rice Village, right there on the edge of the Med Center. So, a lot of times Erica and I, when we wanted dinner just to get away for something to eat real quick, we'd run over to Torchy's. Loved it. Food was awesome. Loved the ambiance of all of it's awesome. So we were pretty stoked when we found out the Baton Rouge was getting a Torchy's. Then I was even more excited whenever Torchy's approached us about doing a deal with yours truly. And so what we're doing is once a month for the year, we're going to do a remote. After AFR ends, I'll head over to Torchy's, and y'all come join us, man. We'll have tacos, we'll have margarita if that's what you're into, or whatever it is, beer, watch some sports, whatever's going on, and we'll hang out. So good crowd tonight for the first one, and looking forward to them as we go. And Brian, guy who runs the campus Torchy's, got to meet Nikki, who's a Baton Rouge native, now lives in Memphis, does marketing nationally for Torchy's. And Brian, who runs the store here, or the restaurant here, got to meet them. They were so hospitable. As a matter of fact, they gave me this shirt and this bottle of Weller 107. Needless to say, they knew their audience. Wait, let's see what the Angels have to say about it. Hang on. Let's see what the Angels say. All right, have me a little pour there. Let me know what's in your glass. Drop me a comment. I would love to know what you're pouring in the glass and what you have going on. So, if you're new, I'll stay here for as long as y'all want. As long as y'all keep asking questions, just do me a favor. If you're there on YouTube, smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Facebook, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. All right, let's delve into it. AJ Holland, Aaron Hornsby, Brock Blanchard. Baseball looked bad, but this redemption is going down smooth. Jason Austin, what's up? Harley Doucette. Not a fun Whiskey Wednesday for baseball Tigers. That was rough. Yeah, it sure was, man. You know what? That's baseball. As the great Roger Cato would say, sometimes you could hit the ball 350 feet and it's an out, and sometimes you could hit the ball 10 feet and get on base. But that's baseball, Josh. Lee Tregree. Poop happens. Too many people got a little too excited. LSU whooping on a piss poor team last weekend with Poop pitching. They'll fix it, make some adjustments on the way. Yeah, Lee, I'm not so sure that I would even go that far. Remember, part of the reason that LSU whipped so much tail is that LSU's pitching was actually quite good as well. Blake Money was outstanding. I thought Ty Floyd was magnificent. Mikael Hilliard was really good for a couple of innings before struggling, but Javen Coleman coming out of the pen was fantastic. Eric Razelman, Devin Fontenot, I love that as a setup and closer role. So much to like about the Tigers from this past weekend. Now, I was at Torchy, so I didn't get to watch the baseball game. But I was following along as best I could. It looks like Riley Cooper maybe struggled a little bit. Some say maybe he wasn't, don't love that shot, wasn't as bad as maybe the final line might suggest. But look, man, you played 56 games. You're going to win games and you're going to lose games. I mean, that's just what happens. But I'll tell you this. I would so much rather, and I mean this in the most sincere way, I said it to NAFR, I would so much rather you go to a ranked Louisiana Tech team on a Wednesday in February and get your backside spanked a little bit, because that's going to make you better when games that matter come up. Like when you go and get into conference play, you're going to have gone on the road. You're going to have faced a hostile crowd. You're going to know what that tastes like. You got a little humble today. Okay, great. I love that. I'd much rather that happen now. Yes, finish. All right, Eric Gaines. All right, Tigers within 3, 43-40. Nice little pick there. I love it. Let's see. Oh, someone said 18-6 foul difference. Oh, we're playing that game again? We're doing the thing where we bitch about fouls? Like, what's confusing? They have arguably the most dominant big, not only in the league along with Walker Kessler, but in the country. Like, and LSU is an aggressive half-court style defense. What's surprising about this? LSU fouls a lot. That's what they do. They're super aggressive. They're handsy. They reach. They get whistled for a lot of fouls. Like, what's the problem? We know this now. It's what they are. Stop complaining about it. I only got to hear it from y'all whenever they're getting their butt kicked. Craig Dugas, Earl, Joseph Lytle, what's good? Jordan Remonday, open a little 1792 12 year. Nice. 1792 12 year is a good. I know from experience. Know what I mean, dude? Know what I mean? 1792 12 years is a terrific pour. All right. Let's see. By the way, I should mention, we are brought to you by Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Gamecoin, the first sports cryptocurrency with a purpose. Learn more at thegamecoin.net. We're brought to you by mycleanliving.net. NASA technology inside of their air purifiers proven to eliminate dozens of viruses, including the virus that causes COVID-19. We are brought to you by Restored Motions. Relief is one session away. And for my new friends at Torchy's. So fired up. All right. Let's see. I'm going to post the Hudco link in the chat. Where are all my... Oh, there they are. Boom. And... boom. Okay. Michael Hall. How about them tacos? Patrick Kimmery, what's good? Our boy's not used to playing baseball in a children's playground. Now, that's kind of true. But I'll tell you this, Patrick. I'm assuming he's alluding to the fact that they played on artificial turf today, which I don't like, by the way. I don't like baseball on that surface. But LSU is going to play at Vanderbilt this year, and Vanderbilt's field is that surface. So you're going to play on it again. So you have experience in a Wednesday night game in February playing on that surface. So you could take that L, and it ain't as big a deal, and you go play. You'll play when you play Vanderbilt. You've got experience playing on it. Craig Duga, Patrick Kimmery, Stephen Fry, Aaron Hornsby, Robert Martin. Finishing my kid's apple juice he begged me for and barely touched. That's so good. Let's see. Michael Hall got a little Crown and Coke, just a little. Jonathan Crocker. LSU's already choking in the second half, looking like they can't make adjustments to an opposing team adjustments. Sipping on some Horse Soldier bourbon to calm the nerves. Okay. Or maybe Kentucky's good, and it's hard to play at Rupp Arena. And maybe John Calipari got his team focused. And maybe they caught their... Because I'll make a prediction for you here. Because Kentucky's really only playing 6 guys right now, the final 8 minutes of this game is going to be a bitch for Kentucky. It's going to be tough on them. Because they're not going to have fresh legs. They have fresh legs coming out of halftime. Wait till the end of this ball game when their starting 5 are all playing 35, 40 minutes. It's going to be tough on them to finish, bro. Whoo. Whoo. Yes, sir. Shelby, just waiting for you to start MFing the stupid people in here. I'm not going to do it, Shelby. Not going to happen, bro. Irfan say about I know Shelby's talking about baseball. Not going to happen. Irfan Sayah, Jude Sonye. Talk about the game, please. Which game, Jude? Nicholas Cantrell. Smoke Wagon, uncut, unfiltered. Boy, Smoke Wagon's a good one. LA Mom 2020. Tigers trail by what? Oh, baseball's over. Baseball lost 11-6. And basketball is down by 5. It's 45-40 as we speak. Tigers with the ball. Alex Fudge to Eric Gaines. Top of the key. This is not a companion show. Oh, Gaines. That was poor shot selection. Pegasus J. The dumbest fouls every game from this team. Now that I agree with. They do commit stupid fouls. Often. They reach and they go over the back and they make contact and they leave their feet because they're super aggressive. But sometimes when you do that, you're going to make contact. So it's the give and the take. You're going to foul a punch. There's a large enough sample size with this team to know that's what they do. They foul a lot. I don't know my 7 now. They're going to make a move. They better make it. Let's see. Jason Mobile. Irfan Sayad. Terrible showing in Ruston. Yeah. Joe Delmonico. No frogs thanks to LSU Sports Properties. That's true, Joe Delmonico. LSU Sports Properties says no companion shows. And basically, never mind. Evening, Matt. Carl Ravitch is not a basketball announcer. Weller's in the glass. He is. He's actually calling this game. Carl Ravitch is a basketball announcer. He's calling this game. Might agree that he's better at baseball, though. Nicholas Cantrell. Do midweek games matter this year? Nope, they don't. Take care of your business in conference play. It's all that really matters when you're in the SEC. Brandon. When the message is throw strikes and let the defense work, the defense can't be that bad. Yeah. Alex Day, Cody Boudreaux, Matt, love seeing the HUDCO reach out to an NSU athlete. So, Cody, I got to be honest with you here. That's not HUDCO reaching out to a Nichols athlete. I don't know if you're talking about Nichols or Northwestern State. It might be Northwestern State with Cody Parker. But that's not us reaching out to an athlete. The way the HUDCO Hometown Hero program works is when we complete a job, we will take a portion of the net and commit it to an NIL deal with any student athlete, any sport, any school, any athlete. So we had a client say, I want you to do a deal with them. So we reached out to that particular athlete. There was one, if you're talking about Nichols, a Lee Negroto, tight end. We had a client who said, I want you to do a deal with Lee. So we reached out to Lee. He said, sure. So he's on the website as a HUDCO Hometown Hero. And we did an NIL deal with Lee. So it's that easy. So hire HUDCO. Got to finish. Joseph Armato. Good evening, Matt. How long do you think it can take for someone to develop a good bourbon palate? That's super subjective. You'd have to define a good bourbon palate. I think you just start and try different things and see what you like. I always recommend people start with a nice variety so you can try different things to see what you like, and then you start to zero in. The Rally Frogs were frozen. Matthew Vincent, which coach will make the biggest impact on the defense? Oh, I like that question. Well, obviously, I would say Matt House. He's the defensive coordinator. I loved what he said, though, about Jamar Cain today. We talked about the run fits that Jamar Cain has, how good he is at learning different gap schemes and teaching it. So it'd be great if LSU was a dominant run defense again. Feels like we haven't seen that in a while. And, I think, this is a team that has the numbers on the D-line to be really good. Not only at stopping the run, but generating pressure with your front four, even an interior push. So, LSU's picking up the full court pressure. I like to see that. Cannot bail him out with that call. 9 errors in 4 games ain't going to cut it. Well, and Brandon should be even worse. The ball in the first batter of the game hit a triple. And it was a ball to right field that Barry probably should have caught. Not probably, should have caught. He misplayed. Let's see. Cody Boudreaux, Torchy's all over Dallas, really good. So Torchy's is where I was tonight. Little Torchy's remote. There's over 100 Torchy's locations. I believe there's 60 or 70 in the state of Texas, and now they're broadening out all over the country, which is awesome to see. So Scratch made everything. So the only ingredient they don't make in-house. The only ingredient they don't make in-house. Did Eason foul out? Boy, if Eason fouled out, this is over. The only ingredient they don't make in-house is their sour cream. They're like, we'll let Daisy handle that, which is smart. But everything else, every other ingredient is Scratch made in-house. Love it. You got to finish that Efton Reed. All right, so Tari Eason fouled out. 5 points, 1 rebound. Not great. Yeah, this isn't going to go our way. Not going to go our way tonight, guys. Jake Stockinger. Let's see, Stephen Fry. Young Buck Taylor was letting it rip in 35-degree weather. Can't wait to see him sling it when it warms up. Let me get that box score for baseball here. Oh, they don't have it uploaded yet. That's why. I'll need to get it from email. See if Bill emailed it yet. I'm sure he did. Let's see. Drew is fired up tonight. Nope, they've not sent it yet. Okay, no worries. No box score yet for baseball. So I did mention we got to hear from the LSU staff today, which was great. Nice to start to hear from those guys. Oh boy, Eric Gaines. Look at the Tigers trying to make a little push. A little full court pressure with 8 minutes to go. Let's make this happen, y'all. Tigers within 4, 8:42 to play. Reach. Just gonna keep bailing them out. Bro, you can't beat Kentucky. No Wheeler, no tie. Anyway. All right. Melanie Wilson Willis. Jake Stogner, U-High has that surface. That's a shit excuse. Are you talking about that field? It's not, actually, if you don't play on it. I'm not saying that's why they gave up 11 runs, but it is certainly a reason why you would misplay balls and misjudge things. Absolutely, it certainly matters. Brock Blanchard, what's good? Ray Woods, Matt, any game coin updates? Absolutely. Had a great call yesterday. We meet every Tuesday. The executive board of GameCoin meets every Tuesday. The Sarah Technologies out in San Diego is building out a smart contract. We've got our team here locally that's building out the wireframe. Looks awesome. We have also begun working with, you all will appreciate this, Jordan Spector. I don't think they would mind me saying this, with Jordan Spector, who is the athlete that did, or the artist that did the Burrow painting. He also did the Drew Brees painting as well, if you've seen Jordan's work. We've been working with Jordan on mock-ups for NFTs for some of the GameCoin athletes, which is awesome. The D app is live now on the GameCoin website. Roughly $250,000 to $500,000 in trading volume daily, which is really solid. The big problem with respect to price right now is that all of crypto is down, and the price of GameCoin is tied to the price of Binance Coin. So think of it this way. There's roughly 5,000 Binance Coin in the GameCoin liquidity pool. So when Binance Coin at crypto's high, right, when GameCoin was 4 cents, and Binance in November, Binance was at $680. It's now at $350, somewhere around there. So you lose $350 thereabouts per coin, and you've got 5,000 Binance Coin in your liquidity pool. That's $1.5 million in liquidity that you lose. So price of Binance Coin really is dragging down the price of GameCoin right now. But I've said it from the very beginning, y'all. The success of GameCoin long term will be completely predicated on the success of the platform once it's built out. And I'm telling y'all, it looks awesome. The amount of as it's coming along, the amount of interest we are getting from venture capital firms, from marketing agencies, from athletes that want to jump on the platform when it's live is incredible. I mean, it's so validating. I know when you're on the outside looking in, all you see is the price and you think what's going on, but I'm telling you, the price sucks now, I get it, but actually what that does is creates an amazing buying opportunity. It's an amazing buying opportunity to cost average down. There was a guy who bought in at 2 pennies, and he's started buying the dip since it's been lower. He's cost average down to 0.6 of a penny. So he got in initially at 2 cents. His break even now is when we get to just over half a penny. I mean, so when we get to 2 cents, back where his initial buy-in was, he's already more than 3x'd his money. So it's important to look at as a strategy. Cost averaging is an important strategy. So I'd highly recommend you at least look into that as a possibility if you're into crypto, or not that it's financial advice or anything, but just as an illustration of what can happen. Let's see, Earl Idle Matt, Coleman number 2 or Sunday Guy, your thoughts? I love Javen Coleman as the number 2. I know that I think Blake Money, Javen Coleman, Ty Floyd. I love that rotation. I love going righty, lefty, righty. If you want to keep Mikhail Hilliard in the starting rotation because he's more comfortable starting and coming out of the bullpen, then I'm cool. And if Coleman's cool coming out of the bullpen, I'm cool going Mikhail Hilliard for 2 innings and then give the ball to Javen Coleman to see how deep he can get you into the game. Let's see. Drew Dad is doing a show. Jake Stockinger, no companion shows, does not care about views. So, here's, again, a quick story for those. And by the way, if you're new, thanks so much for joining. 100 watching there on YouTube. Only 41 likes. Please smash that like button. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. 71 watching here on Facebook. Appreciate y'all so much. We did companion shows last year during the postseason run for baseball, late in the regular season during the postseason, and they did tremendously well, and we love doing it. As you all know, I'm a Guarantee employee, and Guarantee is the LSU Sports Radio Network flagship with Eagle 98.1. So Guarantee has a contract with LSU. The contract was just renewed here in the last few months, and part of LSU's stipulations in the contract is they wanted us to stop doing companion shows because they view that as competition for their broadcast. So that's why T-Bob and his, football companion show went away. And I said, okay, well, that's fine. I'm not doing it on ESPN. I'll do it on my own personal page. And they said, no, they specifically mentioned like my baseball companion shows. And so they wanted that to extend to guarantee employees. So yes, LSU is dictating what I can do on my own personal social media, which I think is horseshit. But I work for someone else, and I will respect my company, not LSU Sports Properties at all. But my company, I will. Tyler Choate, love your Saints content on YouTube. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate that, man. Hey, subscribe up to the, there's an AFR LSU page as well, if you want the LSU content also. Let's see. Why does Pinson continuously drive into double and triple teams, usually turns the ball over? I would say that he usually turns the ball over. He's actually the best ball handler LSU has. Now, he's like a 17% three-point shooter. That's why I don't understand why he does that. Why he chucks up threes. Like, that's definitely not his thing. Morgan should get an NIL deal from a shovel manufacturer. Dude has to dig every throw to the dirt or carpet tonight. It's not a bad idea. I was giving Olivia Dunn an NIL deal, or does she need one? Yeah, she's gotten plenty. Go look at her Instagram. I mean, she's got her, her NIL partners on there. I can't remember off the top, and my phone is being used for this broadcast, so I can't pull it up for you right away. Matt Godwin came away excited and impressed with the defensive coaches today. Yeah, did y'all hear? I said this on AFR. I don't know if this made sense, and you might have to be old, and I don't know why this resonates, probably because it's the last time I've actually watched like a political debate, but it was the 2004 vice presidential debate. It was Dick Cheney, and I think it was, the 3-point debate. I think it was John Edwards was the VP candidate. And it was funny because Edwards did what most politicians do in a debate, and they just talk to the very end of their time, and even through it sometimes. And Dick Cheney would never use all the time that he was allotted. I mean, he would just give like a 15-second answer, succinct, and then be done. And that was Matt House today. Matt House was just very succinct with his answers, told you what you needed to tell you, and then was, moved on. So, LSU down 7 with 6 to play. This is the time right here. If you're going to make it a game in the final 3 minutes, you've got to go make your run right now. You got to make your push. David Tolson, I can only follow the basketball game on scoring app. There's significant foul. There's always that. And yes, LSU always makes bad fouls. Matt, it's been 6 hours since your last vacation. Where are you and E-Rock going next week? So Biloxi was not a vacation. I'm part of the Guarantee executive leadership team. And so this was a work sort of retreat. We had meetings in Biloxi. So not a vacation. And E-Rock didn't come with me. But I'll have you know, Patrick, not that this is anything to like brag over, just a matter of fact. Come on, Efton Reed, make your free throws. In 12 years at Guarantee, I have never, not once, ever. Make your free throws, man. Jesus Christ. That of all the things about this LSU team that's most perplexing to me, it's that. Like, Will's teams, since he's been here, have been so good at the free throw line. Traditionally, in his 5 years, they have been exceptional. I mean, one of his stated goals is always to make more free throws than the opponent attempts, and that has been flipped on its head this year. Massively frustrating. Like, that's bizarre. It's just, like, to go from being so good in one facet of the game to just being bad. Oh, that's it. It's an and one. Okay. 9. This will make it 10 with the free throw with 5:25 to play. Yeah, it's over. Okay. But yeah, Patrick, so I've never used all of my vacation since I've been at Guarantee. So I rarely ever take vacation. Brock Blanchard, been saying Arch Manning with LSU on the table. Really think that's in play. Oh, been seeing Arch Manning. In play, yes. I don't think it'll happen. I would love it if it did. But is it in play? Yes. I mean, the fact that they're at least being mentioned now, I mean, you got a hat at the table right now. Clayton Knight, Aaron, time for some Popeye's chicken. Might have missed it. What are you sipping? I am sipping a little Weller 107. We've reached the point of the game where LSU is down, so they just keep shooting threes. Instead of getting stops and making twos, they give up twos and then just shoot threes. Good night, Drew. And now it's 12. Drew, can I have a hug? Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Good night. I love you. Mwah. You want to say bye, Dad Show?
Bye.
Blow him a kiss. Oh, he's so tired, Mama. He's so tired, Mama. His butt says tailgate. Basketball's down 12. Yeah, it's over. Nick Bradley Hole, when are you coming out with your own bourbon line? Never. Chance Babin, who is more annoying, Kentucky basketball fans or Bama football? Bama football. Auburn and Tennessee basketball fans are bad too. That's a new thing. Auburn's only gotten good in basketball here of late. Did Pearl take them to their first ever Final Four? I mean, they're just not a historically good program. AJ Holland, lots of bots running trade numbers too. You move 1/1000th above by the time you hit buy. The lot below moves 1/1000 above you. True. I mean, they're market makers. There's no doubt. Got my bourbon raffle tickets. Oh, sweet. Good job, Clayton Knight. So I'm guessing that's for, there's one more, at least that I know of. There might be more, but there's one that I know of, and I'm participating in it. It's the S&P Mardi Gras raffle. So it's next week. Your boy will be hosting it live on social media again. So get by S&P Tigerland and buy your raffle tickets. It'll be a lot of fun, man. We're looking forward to it. Raise some money. All the proceeds are going to benefit St. Lillian Academy. So very, very grateful to my guy KP for using that great platform to benefit St. Lillian, and I'm pumped about it, man. So excited for it next week. Right. Jump back here to YouTube. 104 watching on YouTube. Smash that like button for me if you would. Let's see. Chris Martin's got a little Woodford, wrapping batches. Jake Daly, how'd you develop your whiskey palate? Just trying it, man. And then you determine what you like. You start to notice more of the nuance, right? You notice a lot of the flavors in the flavor profile, and if you like something that's higher proof or lower proof, or something that's spicy or sweet or soft or rigid, I mean, you just learn kind of what you like, and then you look for it. Like, one of the reasons I like the Wellers is Wellers are wheated bourbon, and wheat tends to be softer and sweeter. So I like Weller 12 is my jam. Paul Batts, what's good? Brent Torres, Aiden Cruz, what's up, Matt? I know you're an LSU guy. Do you follow Georgia very much at all? Well, Aiden, I guess it depends what you mean. Do I follow Georgia? I mean, I follow all the schools in the SEC. So, I keep up. I know Matt Luke just resigned his position, and Georgia basketball is terrible. If you want to talk about what specifically, Paul Batts, got a little Joseph Mangus. All right, man. Mark Cuvion, Reed Rule, D's nuts, Nightcap, Asky Rock. I'll ask her. Look, she just went to go lay down with Drew. So Drew falls asleep on the couch every night, laying on Erica. She'll bring him to bed, and then we'll see if she wants to come in here and do an Asky Rock. That's up to her, though. She's got work tomorrow. She's probably going to do good in the bath. Paul Batts, give Tech a lot of credit. Their pitching is pretty solid. I hope Barry opens up. I don't know what's up with him. Barry hit 2 homers this weekend. I think he was pressing in the first game for sure. But let's see. you got to also remember, man, like, one of the reasons that K. Doty and Braden Jobert are hitting the piss out of the ball right now is because they're getting pitches to hit. I mean, everybody's got to choose who they're going to pitch to. You're going to pitch to Dylan Cruz and Jacob Berry, or you're going to pitch to K. Doty and Braden Jobert, right? And as a result, you saw what happens. But Jacob Berry's hitting 429. Well, I guess that was coming into tonight. They haven't updated the stats tonight. He scored 6 runs, 6 hits, had a double, 2 homers. I mean, 5 RBI. Walked once, was hit by a pitch. That's a pretty solid weekend, man. I mean, I don't know what you mean for opening up. It's a pretty solid weekend. Let's see. Cody Boudreaux, Pegasus J. Cody, tired of complaining about the refs. I am too, Cody. I'm sick of hearing it, man. Like, that's what this team does. LSU is an aggressive team in the half court. They're handsy. They reach a lot. And they commit a lot of very dumb fouls out of frustration. I can't tell how many times I've seen LSU miss a point-blank shot on the offensive end, gives up a defensive rebound, and then they immediately reach another three-pointer. That's going to be the most disgusting thing about this game. I bet LSU shooting 20% from 3 in this ballgame. Let's see. LSU is shooting. Nope, they're 7 of 21, so they're 33%. 7 of 22. And of course, they bank in a 3 from East Jesus. When it's your night, it's your night. All right. Paul Batts, think it's time Jay start looking at other options at third. Well, I think, so here's the tough part, right? They liked Barry in the outfield more than they do at third. They think defensively he may not be the best option at third base. Okay. But you got to have his bat in the lineup, and he's a potential 1-1 guy, so he's got to play in the field. He can't DH. So you got to play him somewhere. So where is he less of a liability? Third base or right field? Probably right field. So that means you got to find an option at third. Well, what they did on the opening night is they put Safford at second and Doty at third. Defensively, that's probably your best option. But Safford didn't hit. So you move Doty back to second. You put Merrifield at third. Merrifield did hit. Well, then Merrifield has a not great game. Do you switch it up again? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, it's a bad call. That's a bad call. You know, Paul, the thing I'll say is, as far as other options at third, you know, he's looked at every option. You know, I mean, everybody played and has played a bunch. You know, they've given a lot of guys run. So, and he'll give them a shot, man. I mean, no one was talking about Merrifield before this season started. And he went out there, made the most of his opportunity, and he got another start. So, can he keep it? We'll see. But he's giving him a chance. Voodoo. LSU baseball fielding is an embarrassment. Basketball is the dumbest team in the SEC. Let's see. Joe Delmonico. I'm letting Chris Blair know we are receiving an illegal companion show. It was really him who blocked them, wasn't it? No, it's not Chris. And I'll tell you if it was, but Chris doesn't make that call. Paul Batch just put in a major position on GMEX today. Smart man. Hate to wait for my transfer to clear. Smart man, Paul Batch. Cost average down, man. Clint, number 2 Arkansas lost to Illinois State this past weekend. No sweating the LSU lost that much. You shouldn't. It's 1 out of 56. You're going to lose games. Like, I'll make a prediction. They're going to lose more midweek games. And they're going to lose games on the weekend. They're going to win games. They're going to win series and win big ones. And you got to keep getting better, man. It's baseball. You play a lot of games. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. The key in baseball is you never get too high with wins. You never get too low with losses. You got to stay even keel because there's so many of them. Otherwise, you ride this big emotional swing. You just can't do it like you do with football. It's not 1 game a week for 12 weeks. It's 56, man. Look, they're going to play 4 games this weekend, you know? They're going to end up playing 5 games in 6 days. because they're playing 4. They're playing Friday, Saturday, and doubleheader Sunday. So you get tomorrow off, and then you start 4 games in 3 days. The grind's here, man. Trey Guy, come on, people, smash the like button. Thank you, Trey Guy. Adam Fontenot buries a defensive liability. I can get down with that, but he hadn't played much right field. I mean, he played third base and DH'd for Arizona, but he's not a great third baseman. So they're putting him in right field because he's got to play in the field. It was like when Blake Dean came back for his senior year and they put him in right field. He came back for the opportunity to increase his draft stock. Well, you're not increasing your draft stock if you're just DHing. So you got to play in the field. So Barry's got to be in the field somewhere. Not to say he won't DH at all this year. There may be some games where he DHs. I like Wilkinson in the corner. Wilkinson in the corner is so money. I'd love to see his 3-point percentage from his corner threes. LSU got it to 9. Only hadn't wasted so many possessions at the inside 4-minute mark. Voodoo, every player has played on turf their entire life. That's not an excuse. Here's what I'll say. You absolutely develop muscle memory, and you judge a ball right as it's coming off a hop or the speed or the bounce. I mean, you do. Like, that's a muscle memory thing. And when you play on a different surface and that changes, it's legit. It's like if you were all of a sudden playing with a basketball that was deflated a little. It's going to change everything. It's going to change the dribble. It's going to change your touch on shots. It's going to change it. I mean, like, objectively, it will change. So I think there's something to it. It's an advantage for teams who play on it more often. I mean, it's no excuse to completely shit the bed, but it's definitely legit. Ooh. Was Ty hurt his ankle. Joey B19, midweek games are meaningless. Conference games are all that matters. I don't know if you're trying to trigger me, but yes. Paul Bat's Rupp Arena is always a buzzsaw. I mean, normally it's less the arena. I mean, I've been to Rupp. It's actually fairly docile. It's a lot of old, like, purple hairs that sit on their hands, quite honestly. Rupp itself isn't great. It's just Kentucky's always got really good players, and there's 20,000 people, and usually it's the team. Usually it's the team and not the crowd. Like Auburn Arena, that's a buzzsaw. That's a place where they're 7,000. They pack them in close to the floor, pack them in like sardines, small arena. They're on top of you. They go crazy the whole time. That isn't always like that. It's just like that because they got Bruce Pearl there now. And when he leaves, they'll suck again. But yeah, this is less Rupp and more just Kentucky being good. Greg T. was 30 seconds behind on the LSU Hoops game because I had to sync with the LSU radio. I muted the broadcast to listen to Scone. Had to pause the TV to sync with Scone. This is hard. Thank you, Greg T. Much respect. Merritt Mathern. This team takes poor shots. That I agree with. If LSU makes it to the postseason, we're going to have a companion show. It's good luck. Are you talking about basketball? Like basketball, no. Well, no, I can't do companion show. The only thing I might be able to do would be Saints. I mean, because the Saints don't care. Keith H. really like these no companion shows. Well, it's not a companion show. I'm not talking about the game. I mean, we've talked about Saints DCs, and we've talked about LSU DC. We're talking baseball. I mean, hey, Janet, love seeing Drew reading. Thank you, Janet. Yeah, I posted a video of Drew doing his sight words with his teacher, and I just get so many people that have prayed for Drew for so long and supported our family that I just I'll just keep posting stuff about him, man, because I know it. A lot of people told me whenever we came back from Houston when he was born, like, you have no idea, like, your son belongs to this city. And I didn't get it at the time, but I do now. Still to this day. I mean, Drew's going to be 8 in July, but still every day of my life. Every day of my life, I have people that ask me, how's your son? Every day. Total strangers. Yeah. It's awesome. So I'll keep sharing them with y'all. Like, what parent wouldn't, you know? There's always shout out to Hudco. Y'all, well, you know what? Let me do this. Haven't done this yet. Let me do it. Let me do it. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Ready?
When you need a roof, call someone you know. Scone and Terrio. All you need is Hudco. Call Hudco Roofing. 364-1007.
All right, Hudco Roofing. By the way, we are doing roof inspections again. So give us a shout. We're getting towards storm season. Only 2 ways to know if you got damage to your roof. Number 1, you call someone, get up on the roof to walk and see if you got damage. Number 2, you wait for a rainstorm and then you look for water spots on your ceiling. One option's better than the other. Give us a shout. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Go look, I pinned the Hudco Roofing website there. Just click on the link, fill out the contact form. You don't have to be home. We'll just send someone to go walk your roof while you're out. We'll send you a report. It's free, total, like 100% free to have one of our field inspectors come to your house and walk the roof and look for damage. If there's damage, we'll recommend filing a claim with your insurance, get you a new roof. If not, awesome. Joe Delmonico, Drew reading his sight words was an unexpected bright spot today. Thank you, man. Brandon, any chance for Lasky Rock? I will ask when she walks through here. Paris Scott, what's up? Brandon Reese, Madhouse taking over a talented defense. I think Brandon, it's got spots that are talented. You know, I think Ali Gay and BJ Ojolari, really good. I think Mason Smith, Jaqueline Roy, really good. I think Micah Baskerville is going to be a 100-tackle guy. You know, if Major Burns and Jay Ward are healthy, I like them at safety. I think quality, you got numbers at linebacker now, but quality depth is a giant question. And same thing at cornerback. I don't know if you're any good at corner. You know, you went and got some transfers and you got some freshmen coming in, but I don't know if you have any lockdown number 1 guys. Wow. They got this to 6 points. Shoot, man. If Pinson had gotten that to fall, he'd be at the line trying to pull it within 1 possession. And this, by the way, the fact that they've got it now to 6 with 33 seconds to play and Pinson at the line is why with 5 minutes to go, when you're wasting possessions, jacking up 3-pointers, that's stupid. That's why you play defense. You keep playing. You play defense, and you try to convert 2s. Get buckets. They don't want to put you in the line. They're winning by double digits. All right, Pinson got them both. LSU's within 4. Oh, was that a 5-second violation? Oh. Let's go. 5-second violation. How about this? All of a sudden got interesting. With 33 seconds to go. Nicholas Cantrell, no, it's a limited sample size. What do you think ceiling is for baseball? I really like the possibility of a weekend rotation that includes Money, Coleman, Floyd. I think that rotation with LSU. Oh, he missed a layup. Oh, Pinson. Oh, no. Oh. Pinson missed a layup that would have made it 2. You would have been in a foul free throw situation. Oh, my God, he missed a layup. Wow. Oh, man, that sucks. What a crossover. Oh, man. Boy, he crossed Mintz over. Boy, there was contact, too. Probably a good no call. Oh, that sucks. Man, that sucks. Let's see. Yeah, Nicholas, I think this can be an Omaha team. Absolutely. I mean, let me remind you, last year's team, despite all of their issues and struggles, won a regional. They went on the road and won a regional. Like, should this team host a regional? Absolutely. Oh, God, airball to 3. This team should host a regional, win it, and then let's see if they can go win 2 out of 3. In the super regional, get to Omaha. And then let chips fall where they may. Grady just 8-1. Gaines saved the ball through right over Grady's face. It was hilarious. Boy, that missed layup. Anyway, Joey B19, which position groups for football would you rank as the best and worst for next season? Okay, I like that question. Best, offense is receiver, not even close. Defense is, I think, your defensive line. Worst, defense is cornerback. I don't even think that's particularly close. And then offense, none of it, I think, is solidified. You lose 4 starters on the offensive line. I know everybody can be excited about going to get all the transfers and all this, but I don't know if they're going to be any good. None of your running backs have actually proven they can be a legit number 1. You have no tight ends, and I know people are excited about Brennan, but like, you forget that Miles Brennan, in the 3 games we saw him play in 2020, like, he was indecisive, held onto the ball too long. Like, it wasn't good. Like, it wasn't good. So, I mean, can those things work out? Sure. Chances are you split the difference. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. Maybe Miles is pretty good. Offensive line could be good. Tight end's bad. Running back, sort of thing. Chris Martin, what's your favorite bourbon in the $50 to $60 range? Let's see, I like Elijah Craig Small Batch, Woodford Reserve, looking to branch out. Okay. $50 to $60 range. 4 Roses single barrel. This is one I always recommend. It's fantastic. 4 Roses single barrel. And I'm talking ones you can find, right? Old Elk. This is one of the wheat whiskeys, but just the regular bourbon. $50. I think 1792 Bottled and Bond is really good. I didn't show you any ryes because I don't know if you want ryes or just bourbons, but 4 points, 3.7 to go. What are we doing here? Let's see, Brandon, would you start someone else at shortstop on Friday? He made 3 terrible throws to first, struck out 3 times, I believe. And lower depth, who else can play there is what I'm asking. You can absolutely play Doty at short. And Doty did work a lot at short in this offseason. So Doty can play short. I mean, I wouldn't mind giving Doty a run at short. You'd put Safford back in at second, keep Merrifield at third. I mean, that's a possibility. Or you move Barry back to third and Doty to short. Safford at second. I mean, those are your options. Well, let's see, 4 points. They got it in. Matt French, did you get a new seat in the studio? New chair? I did not get a new chair yet, no. Let's see, Shane Michael, what up, peeps? Brent Torres, Coleman was great, but just lost it after an inning and 2. Scotty Adams, I spent 1.5 hours this evening trying to buy Gamecoin. I went to the website, watched videos. I'm still confused and hit so many roadblocks. How do I get more help? Scotty, I don't mind helping you. So, in order to buy Gamecoin, the first thing you have to do is you have to buy Binance Coin, and you have to swap Binance Coin for Gamecoin. So the first thing you have to do is buy Binance Coin, and you can do that. The easiest way to do that is on Crypto.com. So you'd have to set up a payment method to Crypto.com, credit card or or a bank wire transfer to get funds into crypto.com, and then you'd buy your Binance coin. If you get to that step, shoot me a message, man. I don't mind helping you. I've helped so many people buy Gamecoin. I don't mind literally just like walking you through it. There's literally a guy who came up to Guarantee today, and I took his phone and I bought Gamecoin for him on his phone. So I've done that for, literally more than 100 people. So, this is the first, May the second. It's 5. Okay. That'll do it. Tigers lose by 5. That's a bummer. Easton fouling out. Sucked. Wasted way too many possessions in the second half. Anyway. Joey B, does LSU not realize companion shows don't take away viewers of their broadcast? It probably adds viewers. Not to the TV broadcast, to the radio broadcast. Remember, LSU Sports Properties doesn't own the television rights. They own the radio rights. So that's what they're talking about. They think companion shows takes listeners away from their broadcast. Brock TV, what's up? Brent Torres, can Coogan do a companion show? Brock said it was John Kerry. No, the vice presidential debate in 04. Can Coogan do a companion show? Yeah, Coogan can. Oh, I see what you're saying. Coogan does the companion, like originates the companion show, and then I like jump on as a guest. Like where you're at that. Does Days ever get 3-pointers, or is it just this game? Let me see what Darius Days' 3-point numbers are for the year. It's not great. I mean, your best 3-point shooters are Murray and Wilkinson. Wilkinson's probably percentage-wise your best. Let's see. For the season, Darius Days, 35% for 3. I'm going to see everybody else. Let's see what, this was Otter's pick. Otter gave us Xavier plus like 1.5. And this went to like double overtime. Who ended up winning this game? Xavier up 5 in OT? Oh, this went to double OT. Never mind. Hang on. I got to see who won this game. I could just look it up. Smash the like button, by the way. Hang on. If this was an Otter pick. Shit, I could just look it up. Be way more convenient than this. Anyway. Let's see, 3-point. Yeah, Mwani's at 44%, 43.9, so 44%. Murray's at 37%. Eason's at 35. Days at 34. So yeah, I mean, Mwani and Murray are your best 3-point shooters. Providence won. What was the final? Well, I'm looking at it right now. I think I had Xavier plus 1.5. Plus I saw it was a 1-point game with like 4 seconds left. Oh, it's 3. Oh, he made it. Was his foot on the line? Wait, he made the 3. Or did they rule it a 2? It went to 3 overtimes. Oh no, don't. I should have bought the half a point. Damn it. Did this end 94? Seven-point game in 3 overtimes. God damn it. Piece of shit. Anyway. That sucks. Oh well. Tony Williams, what's up? Roy Henry, Matt, any noteworthy cuisine in San Francisco? Not really, Roy. That was probably the biggest disappointment of the trip. Best meal I had was at Scoma's, great seafood joint. Best meal I had while we were there. But honestly, we tried everything, man. We went to Epic Steakhouse. Beautiful. Food was not good. Taylor Calandra recommended some hole-in-the-wall Japanese restaurant, which was pretty good. We had that the first night we were there. And someone else recommended an Italian joint in Little Italy. Just not great, man. Honestly, just not a great food town. I was really surprised. Will Hildebrand, what's up? D's nuts. I hope no companion shows doesn't put Joe Pa in the grave. Old Painage, my guy. Those were so much fun. We'll always have 2020, won't we, guys? Or 2021. I guess we can rely on the Lady Tiger basketball team. Let's see. Paul, little fascist for LSU dictating what guarantee employees can do on their own page. Exactly, but that's LSU. I mean, dealing with LSU is awful because LSU treats business relationships like shit. I mean, why do you think they're in the NIL issue that they are? Like, why do you think this is a problem right now? I mean, LSU takes it. Think about it from a fan's perspective. LSU takes and takes and takes and takes and takes and takes and takes because they were LSU and we're purple and gold and we run the town and they'll keep giving and fans will keep coming and it's the mentality they've always had. I mean, it's the collective mentality that LSU has. No, Aiden asked if I have any thoughts or opinion on who might be the new offensive line coach at Georgia. I don't know that. If there's no ASCII rock, will you cuddle with her? As always, y'all, shout out to Hudco, HudcoRoofing.com, GameCoin, thegamecoin.net, First Sports Crypto with a purpose. Don't miss it, y'all. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. MyCleanLiving.net. If you're going to be leaving for, a lot of people leave for Mardi Gras. They go on family vacations. I'm telling you, go to MyCleanLiving.net, buy a Fresh Air Mobile, put it in your hotel room. Buy the Fresh Air Mobile, put it in your hotel room, put it in your office at work, mine travels with me all the time. Have it on the set with me at work, have it in my office at work, have it on bedside, use the car adapter to plug it into my car, purifies everything, air, surfaces, kills pathogens. I mean, it's basically like always purifying everything around me. It's like constantly disinfecting, wiping everything, just without having to carry disinfecting wipe. Just plug this thing in, it cleans everything. Go buy a Fresh Air Mobile, MyCleanLiving.net. NCAA announced they're going to investigate potential NIL recruiting violations. Shocking. Nothing will happen. Delete LSU men's basketball for now. Can't watch this tragic. More baseball and women's basketball. Well, baseball went great tonight, but I think they're going to be fine this year. Already screwed the pooch in baseball. Now basketball is about to lose. Lose is 1-0, by the way. Loose is Loose. Brandon Reese, team has been blowing leads for most of the season. Dustin McInnes, what's the reason for the 4 games this weekend? So Towson is coming in. A lot of times northern schools come in and try to play as many games in the South as they can. And so it's like a Towson Southern swap. So you're going to play Towson Southern, Towson Southern. So I think everybody's going to play 4 games. Trey Day, constantly bitching about the refs is one thing, but you know how many announcers hate LSU, all of them. That's so stupid. Oh, God. Trey Day, that's so stupid. To think that announcers objectively hate your school is stupid. It's such a fan thing to say. Like, the announcer doesn't give a fuck about your school. Like, I mean, for you to say that is like, and I don't mean to like to crap on you, dude, but it's just so ignorant and stupid. Like, I mean, I know these people. They don't give a rat's ass about your school. They don't. They're doing a job. They're calling a game. They do not care about LSU. They don't. Carl Ravitch doesn't give a shit about LSU basketball. Like, it's not, I'm going to root against them in the broadcast. Like, he's in Lexington at Rupp Arena calling a game that Kentucky was leading by double digits for most of the second half. What do you want him to do? Shit on Kentucky? Like, they're winning the game by double digits. Someone say fire Will Wade. I want to see Matt chew someone's ass out. Y'all are crazy. Tracy Poole, what's up? Greg T, why can't Barry DH? So I explained that a little bit. Like, Jacob Berry is a potential 1-1 guy. Like, he's a potential first pick of round one. You're never going to be that if you're just a DH. You've got to play in the field as well. So he's got to be in the lineup every day in the field. So that was a very cerebral press conference. Rare for LSU, right? LSU football, at least over the last 15 years. At least they made it interesting. Seth Rushing, baseball had a rough night. They did. Tracy, Tommy's been sipping on something you recommended. Sazerac. Yes, ma'am. Sazerac rye. Yeah, Scotty. All right, man. I'll help you buy Gamecoin. Anybody that wants to buy Gamecoin, if you cannot figure out how to buy Gamecoin, like, I will personally help you. I've done this for literally more than 100 people. When that shit was pumping in the fall, I literally had a schedule where, like, I was scheduled out helping people on the phone, walk them step by step, almost like Gamecoin customer service. Bro, I'm pot committed, man. Like, I love the project. It's gonna win. I'm pumped about it. It's healthy. I just understand crypto. I know what's happening in crypto markets right now. A lot of people sold. The price is dumped. Binance is in the shitter. Everything's in the shitter. Think if you FOMO'd into Bitcoin when it was at its high in November at 69,000. Now it's at 34,000. You're like, man, this is crap. Really? Market cap of a couple $1 trillion. Yeah, it's crap. You're right. Totally. So I would just encourage you, man, do your own research. Understand the Bitcoin halving cycles and what that does to altcoins. Like, do your research. Learn. It's important. Learn before you make an investment. Good evening, Matt. Up late feeding the baby. Hope you and the family are well. Always enjoy your shows. Thank you, Jesse Brown. Hope you and the baby are well. Jesse told us that he's got a new baby at the house. It's awesome. The Morning Scone fam grows. Eric Wilderrider, gotta love the underdog that takes a game to overtime that doesn't cover, right? Cal gave Will Wade the peace sign at the end of the game. So, I don't know, like, that's when they bypassed the handshake line. Now they just, like, wave. Cal was giving them the peace sign, like, peace. Joining late, still having a pour of Four Roses small batch. Hey, Jerry, if you've not had it yet, get the Four Roses small batch select. Maybe the best release of the last year is this Four Roses small batch select. Where is it? Might be down there. Hang on. Four Roses small batch select. There it is. Four Roses small batch select. Maybe the best pour of the new year. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do a little top off here of the Four Roses small batch select. A little top off here on Nightcap. Cheers. In my Gamecoin glass. Right. Monica Stock, what's going on? Randall Offrecht. I've never seen a team foul as much as LSU. It's stupid how they foul at time. SMH, never seen anything like it. Well, it's because you don't watch a lot of basketball, Randall. That's okay. Because a lot of teams foul stupid. That's really college basketball. That's why college basketball is largely unwatchable. But it's not just the stupid fouls, it's also the stupid refs that call stupid fouls all the time, and they don't let people play through it. That's why the NBA is a vastly superior product, although you're all going to say, well, it's a bunch of prima donnas, they walk all the time, and whatever. But it's a vastly superior product with better athletes, more skilled players, generally better pacing in the game. It's just a better product than college basketball. College basketball sucks. If you don't have a rooting interest, like an emotionally vested interest in a team, college basketball sucks. It's a largely unwatchable product because the best players go pro after 1 year and you're left with some not great players or one and done guys that aren't really into a team concept. It's just generally not a good product right now. The tournament's awesome. The tournament's a ton of fun. Like, of course it is. Everyone's got a bracket. It's usually largely competitive, even though it's poor play. Like, tournament's a lot of fun. But college basketball as a whole, largely unwatchable. It's a terrible game. I mean, the game's been wrecked by the one and done. I would prefer high schoolers go straight to the pros. But, of course, if you're an NBA owner, you would much rather send them to college for a year. See if they actually can make the step up from high school to college. And if they struggle, well then, don't waste a draft pick on them. If it's LeBron, awesome. If it's Kwame Brown, Sebastian Telfair, Kevin Garnett, all right. Oh, sorry, Trey. Yeah, see, the thing is, if you're joking, you have to use the sarcasm font. Let's see. Joey B19, are there any qualifications for an athlete to create a token on the GameCoin platform? Can literally anybody create one? You have to have you have to be an athlete, but from 9 years old to Joe Burrow. Yep. And so what'll happen, Joey B19, is let's say your son is a 10-year-old baseball player. He can create a fan token, and you'll be able to ingest statistics for his season, and based on good play, and then for young people also, things like grades and other things like that, they will be rewarded in tokens that they'll be able to swap for gear in the store. Now, when you're older, I think when you're beyond 14, you can start to monetize your token. Under 14, I believe that's the cutoff, is where you would just swap for gear. So, but yeah. So Joey B19, like, that's the really exciting thing, right? So whenever you see GameCoin do a deal with the entire, here's an example. We announced this week a deal with like almost the entire LSU baseball team, which included Jacob Berry and Eric Raiselman and Trey Morgan, like Cade Doty. You're looking at guys that are going to be, Berry could potentially be the first pick of the draft, right? So Berry, under contract with GameCoin to create a fan token and his NFTs on the GameCoin platform, that's a massive win. If Berry becomes a top 5 pick in the draft, well, let's say he goes to the Mets, right? Whatever. Well, Mets fans that want to buy a Jacob Berry NFT are going to buy it on the GameCoin platform with GameCoin. Tari Eason's under contract with GameCoin as an athlete. So Tari Eason's going to have a fan token. You want to buy Tari Eason's fan token? Awesome. Now, what if Tari Eason goes and becomes a perennial all-star in the NBA? You buy his fan token now. What's it worth in 5 years, 10? That's the game you're playing. That's the investment opportunity. Matt Corral, Leonard Fournette, like, that's why we do all these deals. So when you see the ambassador athlete deals, yeah, it's great for promotion, and it is. But more than anything, what it's doing is onboarding premium athletes onto the platform when it's built to encourage others to do the exact same thing as a test case and a model. Pretty smart, huh? That's why I look and I go, it's at 1/10 of a penny right now. We've seen it already at 4 cents. Like, it's going to go to 4 cents again. It's going to go well beyond 4 cents. It's sitting at 1/10 of a penny. Like, you have an opportunity that everybody who cashed in, already had when they bought in, in last summer when they cashed out in the fall. Like, you have that opportunity again. It may be months or years, but you have that opportunity again. Oh, Jerry. Let's see. Joey, I don't need to do research, Matt. I'll take your word for it and buy more. Do your own research. Don't take anybody's word for it. That's what happened in the fall. People FOMO'd in. Their friend, their neighbor, their family member saw their game coin go up, so they just bought. Didn't even know what they're buying. And then the price dumped, and they're like, oh, what the fuck happened? It's a scam. No, it's not a fucking scam. It's crypto. It's like there are crypto cycles, and I mean, it's the nature of it. It's volatile. Like, that means a fucking scam. Are there scams in crypto? Yes. Is Gamecoin a scam? No. Like, people, you were talking about like my guy Mailer. Ask David Mailer how much money he's made in Gamecoin. Fucking laugh in your face. David Mailer has spent millions of dollars of his own money building, launching the platform, doing the contracts with ambassador athletes, hiring Sarah Technologies, hiring wireframe builders. Like, he has spent millions of dollars. And he and the other top 30 wallet holders, their wallets are locked for 2 years. They literally can't sell their Gamecoin for 2 years. Brandon Reese, at least the women's basketball team is doing good. They are doing great. Hal Jubin. Samuel Smith joining late. Efton Reed is really just hasn't been a good player for us this year. Disappointing. He was highly touted coming out of high school. He needs to get more physical. He's going to play a long time in the NBA because he has a skill set to do so, but he needs to get more physical. He's like very similar to Jackson Hayes. Very similar player. Just needs to get more physical. What's the score of LSU Louisiana Tech? 11-6 was the final. Tech 11-6. 11-6. Based on how the season has played out, how far do you expect either team to go in the tournament? Brandon, it's impossible to say, man. Like, that's the beauty of the NCAA tournament. Like, depending on your draw and how you're playing at the time, teams get hot and make a run. I mean, shit, dude, we saw George Mason as an 11 seed make the Final Four. We saw Loyola of Chicago make the Final Four. It's just the draw, man. Are you playing well at the time? How's the draw? LSU's healthy, gets a good draw, wins a couple games on the first weekend. You play into the second weekend. Let's see. Can you go win 2 games in 3 days? You know, we'll see. Eric Wildrotter, always wondered if it's easier to prep for a show after an LSU game or on a day like tomorrow with a ton of different topics to hit. A day after you mean like an LSU football game? Day after an LSU football game, the thing is, like, on a Monday during football season, you're talking about 2 things. LSU game, Saints game, that's it. It's the whole show. It's 2 topics, that's it. Yeah, you try to talk about it as many different ways as you can, but it's just 2 topics. On a day like tomorrow, you're broad. I like the spring. I like the springtime because you've got spring football, combine, NFL draft, free agency, all that stuff. But you've also got LSU basketball. You've got the Pelicans, if they're relevant. Zion's obviously a relevant topic right now. LSU baseball is getting started. You know, when LSU women's basketball, they're super going to be relevant this tournament. I love the spring because it's so wide. There's such a breadth of things to talk about instead of just getting so deep on one topic. Coach Smith, let's see. Day, a senior. He is no better this year. He should have left. These are the games he is needed in. He's MIA. I mean, I think that's stupid. Like, sometimes guys have bad games. Happens. He's averaging 13 and 8 on the season. If you think he's a bad player, hasn't gotten any better, you're just dumb. I mean, I'll tell you all this, man. The worst part of my job, seriously, I'll be very candid with you. The worst part of my job is the fan that shits on his own team. Like literally, it's having to tolerate people like that is the worst part of my job. It is. Ryan Thibodeau just bought more game coin. Jason Austin, what company did your outdoor kitchen? Pinnacle Exterior Construction did my outdoor kitchen. Jason, let's be honest, LSU isn't making a run in any tournament. I disagree with you, Jason. You give them some time to rest. You get the right draw. They can absolutely win 2 games and make the second weekend. Absolutely. Mark, will you be at Endymion? I will not be at Endymion. Is LSU NIT bound? Nope, they're not NIT bound. Their net ranking is 16. They're going to make the NCAA tournament. Bengal Tiger, let's get crazy for kicks. How about this? 1 point in the paint, 2 up to the 3-point line, then a 4-point line. I don't like that. Hey, babe. You want to do ASCII Rock? Okay. Yeah, not long. I'm almost done. Hal Jubin. Brandon, Matt, can't you find anything to rant about tonight? I did a little mini rant right there. Mini one. Tracy Poole, good night. Oh, yeah, we're almost done here. Matt, can we have a nightcap with Scone like every night? No, sir. Just on Whiskey Wednesdays. Gotta have some time for my family, bro. Joey B, what's more likely, Omaha or Elite Eight? Omaha. Jared DeLucky, do teams other than LSU practice taking charges? Because, yes, A&M does. But I'll tell you this, Jerry. Like, I'll tell you this. Watch an NBA game. It is so rare that you see it. In the college game, you see it all the time. Because the NBA understands objectively that fans want offense. And so if there's a bang-bang play like that, you're more likely going to lean to a block call that's going to lead to free throws or offense. You're not going to see a charge call. It is nauseating watching the college game how many times college refs call a charge when it's a bang-bang play. Like, as a defender, here's my problem. As a defender, a defender who slides into a space as the offensive player is moving, and you jump in front of that player to initiate contact, to draw contact. You can say this is a smart play. I think that's fucking stupid. A charge should be when an offensive player is out of control and runs over a defensive player that is occupying a spot on the floor. That's when you should call a charge. If it's bang bang, it should be a defensive foul every time. Anyway. Thank you, Bengal Tiger. Days has worked his tail off, has done much more than last. He's a gamer that contributes in many ways. The other thing I'll tell you, too, is last year, Darius Days was playing the 4 and the 5. They had no bigs last year. The big kid, the transfer from Washington, Brian Penn Johnson, was here for a day and quit. The 7-footer Josh Gray was not good enough to be on the floor. So Darius Days at 6'5" was playing the 4 and the 5. I mean, he was playing the 5, and they had Watford playing the 4. I mean, that dude will play anywhere on the floor they ask him to play. Mad respect for him. Ryan Thibodeau, please explain the lock of GMEX owners. If I were to buy enough to get to that level, will I get locked to sell? Nope. So the top 30 wallet holders, this is in the white paper, by the way, if anybody wanted to read it. The top 30 wallet holders all agreed to blacklist their wallet for 2 years. What that means is it's locked. They cannot sell it for 2 years, the way that it was written into the new smart contract. So they cannot sell their tokens for 2 years. And the point of doing that is to increase investor confidence, so you know it's not a rug pull. It's not a circumstance where the people who are in the earliest wait for the price to pump and then pull all the liquidity out. This was literally designed to prevent that. What happened with Gamecoin is Baton Rouge largely FOMO'd in. Everybody knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody. The price was going up and up and up and up. So everybody kept buying in. And at some point, whenever we switched to the new smart contract, that was bumpy. Ask Mailer, he'll tell you. He did on an AMA we did. Like when we switched to the new smart contract, went from GME to GMEX, that was a bumpy ride. It didn't go as smoothly as we thought it would have, as smoothly as it should have, just candidly. And you had a lot of people get spooked, and they sold. And when the price started to dip, a lot more people started to panic sell. And it panic sold and just tanked. And then that coupled with the price of Binance coin dropping, which pulled it down even further, and then it just, boom, 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 the chain reaction set off. So, I mean, it's unfortunate. This is what happened. I mean, but you've still got roughly $2 million in liquidity in the token. At its height, I think it was at 12 million. So you got $2 million in liquidity in the token, which is incredible. I mean, the objective at launch was to be at 1 penny by the end of year 1. It just grew faster than anyone ever anticipated it would. And it went meteoric rise. It had the correction. But the most important thing right now is that the platform is being built. Like the objective of Gamecoin is moving forward. The business objective of Gamecoin is moving forward. So if you have a long-term view with it, a 3 to 5 to 7 year view with it, yeah, there's a great chance that you'll make generational money. If officials perform their job like they officiate, they'll starve. Yeah, true. Look at Mike Miller. I've lived in Austin for 5.5 years. Used to live 5 minutes from the original Torchy's. Where can I score one of those teas? Go to Torchy's on campus. They might have them there. I don't know if they sell them there or if they were just nice enough to give me. This is like a staff shirt. I don't know if this is just, they were just nice enough to give me one when I was there tonight. But I'll tell y'all, man, could not have been more impressed with the people there. They were so hospitable. I love the vibe of it. I love the idea behind Torchy's. The more I learned about it, I mean, I already love the product. I mean, we're fans. Like we are Torchy's consumers. Like we like the product. We like to play the vibe, all of it. But was so impressed, learning about how it originated. The owner originally just like got on his Vespa, rode around Austin, and just gave people product. Like, you have to try my stuff. It's really good. And that's just how he generated a following behind it, opened the restaurant, and it just grew. And now there's more than 100. It's a great story. It's a great American story, man. Love it. And Danny Braywick had the over in the baseball game. Good for you, bro. Good for you. All right, I think we're just about done. Unseasoned Meat 67. I know you can't have Mike D on AFR anymore. Any chance you can get him on your YouTube channel before the draft? I don't think his contract will allow him. I don't. Favorite taco? I always get Trailer Park and the Democrat. Those are my two favorites. All right, y'all. I think we're just about done. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to bed. Long day. We'll see y'all in a few hours for Morning Scone. As always, shout out to Hudco. Y'all want to do me a solid, you can. To the 85 still watching on YouTube, the 26 here on Facebook, the 111 of you who are hanging out. I love y'all, man. I'm so grateful. Smash the like button on YouTube if you haven't done so yet. Facebook, like and share. Man, I'd be so grateful if you're watching and you, family member, friend, relative, co-worker, would give us a shot to do a roof inspection with Hudco. Hudco is pinned there in the comments. Free, no obligation roofing inspection. We'll come out to the house, get on the roof, we'll walk the roof. If you have damage, we'll help you file a claim. If not, awesome. You know you don't have an issue. HUDCOroofing.com. Y'all have an awesome night. We appreciate y'all so much. We'll see you. See you in the morning for Morning Scone.